everybody. Welcome to Whispers and Ink. Happy Crafter Day, you guys. Oh, it's Saturday. Can you believe it? I hope that you're getting crafty today. But my question to you is, why aren't you at Stampin' Bingo? We are live in my Facebook group. You guys, I do Stampin' Bingo twice a year. I typically only do it during celebration. However, I planned out my schedule and there's no celebration, so we're doing a patriotic theme this year. But make sure to, I'm going to put my schedule in the community tab so that you guys know what's going on here in YouTube land. You guys, I'm super excited to be here with you. I'm Jennifer, for those that are new. I am not only here to inspire you, but I am here to give you permission to try something new. Why? Because I know that you can do it. I know you can do it because, you guys, I didn't think that I could do it. And look at us now. Holy cow, right? Okay, so you guys ready to see what we're going to do today? You guys, we are continuing on our patriotic theme today. We are, however, going to be playing with the Pansy Patch stuff. I don't think we've ever done a patriotic theme with Pansy Patch. So, don't mind these stickers, you guys. I try to sticker my stuff, and I'm actually going to try to sticker it as I get it. The key word here is try. Hasn't happened yet, but I'm working on it. Alright, so we're going to be using this stamp set. I've already done all the die cutting, but for those of you that don't have this die cut and stamp set yet, this makes amazing pansies, you guys. If you love flowers, whether they're stamped flowers or die cut flowers, there's leaves and stems and all of the things that you will need to make some beautiful, and yes, even red, white, and blue ones, as you'll see today. Not sure what sentiment we're going to use yet, but we'll see what happens. And then I have the exposed brick 3D embossing folder. And you guys, I just got this week. I am loving it. I'm loving it because it's kind of like the time worn. It has just a little bit of texture, and you'll see when I emboss it. What I'm going to be embossing, I want to stamp first. So you're going to get a little tip and a trick today. And then we have, oh my goodness, we have our 2022 to 24 in color pearls that we're going to be using. And you guys, don't worry. Don't worry if you don't get all this stuff written down, because in the description below is a link, the products you use today. That link will have an entire list of the cardstock, the ink, the stamps, all that stuff is all in that link. So do not fret, I have you covered. All right, with that, the last thing, and I'm not sure if we're just going to use the Starry Sky one, because that's actually the blue that we're going to be using today. As you can see, I have all kinds of little pieces here that I already have cut. So this is the ribbon. I think I'm going to grab the Sweet Sorbet also, but we'll see. So first off, we're going to make our pansies. My best recommendation, you guys, we use this on Tuesday too. This silicone craft sheet. Can you see? Okay, this thing is amazing. I use this with my hot glue gun. I use this with any sort of glue or adhesive that I have. Fabulous. All right, so we don't need these leaves. So what my intention, I'm going to put those there so they don't get lost. I want to put all of my pansies together. And I was going to do this ahead of time, you guys. However, a lot of times you guys want to see what I'm doing or how I did it. Now, I've used the Pansy Patch before. I'm going to put all of my background, which is, our white. And then we'll do our sweet sorbet. And then we have our starry sky pieces. And then, of course, I had to add in some green. We have to have some green. So I'm going to pull out all of our petals. Now, if you have not seen, if you're new to the channel, you guys, I made some cheat sheets. Made some cheat sheets for the dies on here. And I also made some cheat sheets for the stamping. Okay, so I'm going to hold this here so you can take a screenshot so that you can see. There's that. And then here's your screenshot of this one. There we go. And so you'll see parts with this, parts with that, parts with this, and that's how it goes, okay? I wanted to build the stuff so that you guys could see how I use it. Now, this one, this is the pansy that we're going to be making right here. Now, this, you guys, these stacks are always in my stamp set because I don't want them to get lost. But here's the thing, they do get a little dirty, and of course, you know, kitty fur around here is free. But I also wanted to show you the different things that you could do with just the stamped images and the die cuts. And then, in true Jennifer fashion, I tried to think of things outside the box. Well, I really liked this, and let me show you what I'm talking about, where that comes from. Let me grab a scrap piece here. This piece right here is from here. After I did that edging, that's the piece that I have left. Well, let's get up there. Oh, no, here we go. That's the piece that I have left. So we don't throw those things away, right, crafters? We save just about everything. Now, when I did this cheat sheet here, we talked about how, to me, this could be an angel. Just saying. But I like doing the reverse of this. See the difference? That is using the negative part of this piece. And to me, it's cool. Something different. Different way to look at it. I like different ways of looking at things. So I hope that that's helpful to you. But so let's get to gluing, shall we? So I decided when I was doing my die cut pieces, you guys, I decided that I was going to do a flower that had the red margins, a flower that had the sweet sorbet margins, I should say. The sweet sorbet margins. And, oh, you guys, look at, I didn't cut that very well, but in nature is not perfect, so it's all good. So we're going to do sweet sorbet, and we're going to do a mix. So I have lots of extra pieces here. And I wasn't sure because I didn't have it put together what the inside piece was going to be. So we're going to do that part together because we can. And I didn't want to make a decision without you. Because, you know, I do hear you guys talking to me. Not really, but I do hear you asking the questions. I try to plan ahead for the questions, right? So I can answer your questions ahead of time. But you can always ask your questions in the comment section. There's all that. And then this here goes on the edge of this. And same with this. What I should have done, which I didn't think of until just now, of course, was I should have reversed and put Starry Sky and then white. I didn't think about that, darn it. Now, I do love how everything lines up. Okay, you have your basic white, and your edge piece lines up perfectly here. So there's no overage on that. And then for sure we need 2 red ones. And then the way that I cut this, you guys, is that we were going to do red, the sweet sorbet, with the red, or with the Starry Sky little petal pieces. Oh my goodness. I hope everyone is having an amazing day today. I hope that you're getting crafty in some fashion, as always. And then we've got these 2 for these last 2 pieces. So it's not hard. It is a little tedious, okay? But you guys, it only takes just a minute. And sometimes I find that the tedious work can be relaxing, so long as you're not in a hurry. So like I'm trying to hurry, so it does take a minute. But you cut all your pieces up like I did, and then you assemble all your pieces, and then you go from there. And then the order that I make the pansies in, we're going to work on that next. So these 2 are going to go, actually I think we're going to have these go up here on this one. And then those 2 will go with that. And then this will go with this. And you guys, because of that cut, we're going to modify. I know nature's not perfect. And actually, is that going to bother you? It's not going to bother me. I was going to cut it, and you very well could. But I'm thinking, why not? So there's our other pansy. Okay, so here's how we put the pansies together. I have my mini dimensionals here, and I put 1 mini here on this stack, and then I put these 2 together like that. So I'm going to do that on all 3 of these. Repetitive. Remember, repetitive. There we go. And then the last one, this goes here. All right, so now these 2 petals are together. And the next thing you need to do is put these on this. So we're going to put the mini dimensional piece right in the middle here. And I hear Clyde trying to get upstairs, but he's going to have to wait. And we're going to put this right in here, like that. And then this one, right like this. And then this one. There. So here are our red, blue, and red and blue. Now the next part is these. I wasn't sure. I'm thinking that I like this opposite color. Ooh, yes. Oh my goodness. That is definitely the way to go. Oh, what do you guys, I'm going to bring you in closer, you guys. I'm going to put them all right here in the middle, and I'll bring you in closer so you can see. I Aren't those so pretty? Oh my gosh, those look so pretty. All right, that is definitely how those need to go. Love it when the plan comes together, right? All right, so we're gonna back up. We're gonna put these on. Just a little bit of glue. And now I always line up the little beard with the edges of this. So here's your bearded part, and that gets put on there like that. Same with all of these. It's got to kind of look like it's coming off of that edged section. So just like that. Now, I'm not going to do centers today. I didn't cut them ahead of time. I think it would be really cool to do the green centers. But we still have so much left to do. There's that. All right, so there's our red, white, and blue pansies. Oh my gosh, I'm loving that. Loving it. All right, so now we're going to move on because I went with basic gray as our background. I'm not one that is a fan of doing crumb cake in white. And crumb cake is usually my go-to neutral, right? But I figured this is Gray Granite here, and I figured that this would be a super nice neutral backdrop for our pansies. Oh, those are going to be so pretty. But first, I want to stamp. And because I want to run this through the embossing folder, you're not going to want to run this through the embossing, not going to want to run this through the embossing folder and then stamp because it's going to be all bumpy, right? You're not going to get a good image with that. So we're going to stamp first. And I think I need a couple of good thank you cards. So I think we're going to do a thank you. And I like these. This stamp set is my go-to stamp set for a smaller image. I love the thank you in here because the font, oops, sorry about the glare. The font is perfect. And as you can see, this stamp set is a very well-loved stamp set. And I'm just going to do a thank you just like that. Simple. Isn't it pretty? I love that. Love it. All right, and then since we have our ink open, we're going to stamp our inside too. Let's see. Wishing you a little extra happiness just because you're you. Or the little things. Oh, the little things you do. That's what we need to do. The little things you do make such a big difference. Now, here's where we need to decide. Actually, I kind of already did decide, didn't I? I was going to say we need to decide if we're going, which way we're going to put our card. It's a little late for that. Very juicy ink pad. The little things you do make such a big difference. There we go. And there's our stamping is now done. Now we're going to take this piece, this plain Jane piece, and wait till you see what this embossing folder is going to do. Couple of tips for you first. When you're using your embossing folder, number one, you want the Stampin' Up! Image to face you, okay? And then I do kind of try to line mine up. I want to make sure that I'm going to be able to read that. So I don't want that in the see how bubbly that section is right there? I don't think I want it there. I think I want it in a little less embossed spot. So I think we're gonna put it right there, and I'm gonna run it through. Now this is the scored edge, if you will. This is when I run it through, I'm gonna run it through this way. All right. So what I mean is, you need plate number 1. You put your embossing folder in, and then you need, I think it's plate number 4. Yeah, plate number 4. So because this is the edge that's hinged, or our scored edge, this is the way I'm going to put it through the machine this way. Okay. And then what we get is this. Isn't that pretty? You can still read your sentiment. And look at how gorgeous that is. Don't you love that? Oh, I love it. All right, now let's bring in our card base here. I'm going to put my inside in so that it doesn't get mislaid. My glue is buried underneath my stamp set. If I put it back, I'd be able to find it, right guys? Because you know I have like 4 cups of stuff up here. So there's our inside. This is ready to go. Now it's time for ribbon. Do I want to do one? Do I want to do both? I'm thinking both. I'm going to grab that Sweet Sorbet metallic woven ribbon. And you guys, it'll be in the description, but I'm thinking both of them would be fun. Because we can. And just one time around. So we will make sure to spread them just a little bit. And you guys, I spoke on Wednesday, on my Wednesday night class. I always leave my ribbon on my spool because I find that I have less waste that way. So I'm going to tie my knot. I am going to tie a bow. I'm going to bring in my reverse tweezers and I'm going to hold that knot. See? Hands free, not staying the way that it is. I'm going to take this piece and I'm going to do my loop. Okay? And then with this extra, you guys, you could make a loop the size of Texas if you so choose. Doesn't matter how pudgy your fingers are, you can still make a bow. Because even if you have these big monster loops down here, guess what? You can pull this just like this. And make the loops smaller. Come on now. That starry sky just does not want to cooperate. Oh, it got stuck. There we go. So we can make the loops whatever size we want. And then, because the knot is being held here like this. So I want the loop a little bit bigger. I'm going to take this out and I'm going to tighten that up really tight. And do whatever adjusting I want to do. And then I'm going to take, and this one, you guys, I typically use, and I don't have them up here, my regular scissors because this is a metallic ribbon. I don't like using my ribbon scissors because I don't want to dull my ribbon scissors with the metallic ribbon. So this one I'm going to do a little bit longer because it's shorter over here. And I'm going to do this one a little bit shorter because it's longer on that side. And there's our bow, just like that. Simple, easy, The key here is, you guys, don't overthink it. Now you could, because this is a thinner ribbon, you could glue this on. But my typical rule of thumb, you guys, is when I use ribbon, I like to make sure that my stuff stays secure. Now, I know it's not going through a hurricane, but dimensionals won't rip up your embossing like runner does sometimes. I have found that tape runner, if you use tape runner, it pulls your cardstock. We don't want that. Glue works great, and I love glue because it gives you a little, I'm doing the shoulder action, the shimmy shimmy shoulder action, you guys. Gives you a little shimmy room. And then we're going to put this on here like that. And then we're going to add in our flowers like that. Isn't that pretty? That is like a ta-da. Love it. So how are we going to secure this? I'm thinking glue. Glue will give us a little shimmy action, but it'll secure it real nicely to that embossing. And I'm working kind of backwards. So I want to do the one that I know I want on the bottom. And then this one's going to be next. And this one, so this got glue. And sometimes we need to hold that down for a second. There we go. This one, the top is going to get a dimensional here and here, because this bottom is going to get tucked under this leaf. So we don't want a dimensional there. So we're going to do a little glue there. We'll take these dimensional parts off. Tuck this under here. And I want this one a little bit taller than this one so that it sits out. And then this one is going to get a dimensional here. And I think we're going to do just one dimensional in between those two leaves. Because I also have, or petals, I also have leaves to add. And then we'll get this in here like that. Oh, isn't that cute? It's so happy, you guys. Pansies are so stinking happy. All right, so now I have a couple of little leaves here. I have a bigger one and I have a couple of smaller ones. And I wanted them to just be simple addition. And I'm loving that. We'll do that way, and there we go. So there's our parakeet party leaves, and I always lay it out first before I glue it. And this one for sure. Whoops. Gonna glue the bottom. Tuck this one in here underneath the ribbon too, so that it sticks to the layer on our card base. And you guys, it doesn't take a lot of glue. Gonna tuck that underneath our Starry Sky one and hold that down so that it makes sure that it adheres to our layer. And then the same with this. Now, in that sample one, you guys, in that layout piece, I layered these outline ones with the thick ones. However, I wanted a little bit of a lighter look with this, okay? And now, oh, you guys, you know what we're going to do? I thought that the parakeet party would be cool centers for this, right? So let's do the parakeet party pearls as our centers. Oh, there we go. Well, hi, Henry. Henry's coming to say hello to everybody, you guys. Because, you know, he's a supervisor in training, so he's got to see what's going on. Come on, bud. Down you go. There you go. All right. So here is our patriotic-themed Pansy Patch thank you card. Oh, I hope that you guys are having an amazing day. I look forward to seeing you again, you guys, on Saturday or on Tuesday. We'll be back on Tuesday on YouTube. And I hope you have a great weekend, too. July is almost over, you guys. Patriotic. I got to figure out what we're going to be doing in August. I'm liking these themes, you guys. How about you? Tell me in the comments below. You guys, don't forget to hit the like button, right? You want to do that so that you can make sure to get my my videos popping up in your feed. Subscribe if you haven't. We're working on going towards 300, you guys. We're getting closer. And, but tell me, what would be a good August theme? I'm trying to figure it out. I'm digging the theme because I like showing you guys all the different things that you could do with all kinds of different dies and stamps and everything else that go along with the theme. Man, oh man, did we tear it up with the masculine cards, right? If you're looking for masculine cards, you're going to want to go back to the cards that we made in July. So scroll up on the live feed, okay? If you're looking at my main Whispers and Ink page, go to the live tab and then scroll up so that you can see all those masculine cards. We did a lot of masculine cards, you guys. And it was so fun. So thank you guys for helping me hit my, heading towards my 300. Do you know somebody that needs to find my channel? Make sure to share it with them too. But most of all, you guys, I hope you have a great day getting crafty. And thank you so much, you guys, for joining me today and making me part of your Saturday. I'm very, very grateful for that. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.